Are you tired of reminding your staff every day of what to do and you want them to do it on their own? Well, watch this video and I'll show you some shortcuts to get them to do it. Hey, it's Jason Everett from highperformancesalon.com, and I was just on a training today where one of the gals in our program, her name is Tita. Tita said to me, Jason, I constantly feel like I'm micromanaging my staff and telling them what they have to do. Every single day, she said, I feel like I have a bunch of sticky notes in my mind, and I'm constantly reminding my staff, hey, don't forget to sell retail. Don't forget to pre-book. Don't forget to talk about upsells and cross-sells and all these other things. And she said, I don't want to kill the culture inside my salon, but I feel like I remind him of the same exact thing every single day. Can you relate? So I told her a story. I actually said, you know, I used to have an assistant who worked for me, and every day she would remind me everything I needed to do. Like literally all throughout the day. It was like, hey, don't forget this, don't forget that, don't forget that, don't forget that, don't forget that. And guess what it did? It actually conditioned me to not have to worry about it because I knew somebody was gonna remind me. So I never had to remember anymore what I needed to do because I was gonna be prompted. So think about this. You're actually conditioning your staff to wait for you to remind them what to do. Now, I hate to say it, but you're creating some of your own problems and some of your own chaos. Now, if you're like, well, Jason, if I just stopped telling them, they wouldn't do it either. And you're right, they wouldn't do it either. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to sit down with your staff, and I want you to have a team meeting, and I want you to have an open discussion about how they've remembered to do important things in their life and talk about it. Do they need to write it down? Do they need a prompt? What are the things that they do? And instead of you telling them what they need to do, ask them how they best remember things. So you see the difference? Instead of me telling them what they need to do, I am asking them what they can do to help them remember. And you might even want to drop in some of your own ideas. In fact, Tina, when we were on the phone, she said, well, I'm a big fan of writing things down, or should I send myself a text message so I can remind myself all day, every day of the things that I need to do so I keep track and I'm responsible myself. I said, that's great, but don't let your ideas be their ideas. Let their ideas be their ideas. And what'll happen is they will remember things when they come up with it on their own versus when you tell them to do it. See, the old school method is you tell people. The new school method is you ask people. And it makes such a huge difference when they have their self-discovery and they uncover it actually on their own. It makes a huge difference inside their life, inside their business, when they come to the self-discovery and figure out what to do. And the last thing I just want to say about this is if you really want to make sure that you manage it, instead of just reminding them and poking them, what you might want to do is actually create a checklist for them. So the next time they're sitting down in a chair or they're in a service room or anything else that you're doing, they might have a checklist that they check off to make sure, did I offer retail? Did I do that? And have it as a physical checklist that they actually take care of right there. And that's a great way to prompt them so that they have a sheet they can fall back on instead of all being based upon you remembering, you telling them, wagging your fingers at them, and getting things done. If you thought this video was helpful, do me a favor and share with another salon owner or tag them in the comments so they know they can actually get some great resources. And if you haven't joined us yet, I don't know what you're doing. You should probably come and hang out with us in our profitable salon owner group and learn more tips just like this about how you can grow your salon company. Until then, have an awesome week. I'll see you inside the group.